Sketch a graph of x is less than or equal to 3 and express the solution in interval notation. Just like the last problem, we are looking at x is less than 3, except here it's allowed to be less than or equal to. So just like before, our solutions are going to fall to the left of 3, because every number that's to the left of 3 on the number line is less than 3. So that automatically makes it a solution to this one. But then at 3 itself, because it's allowed to be equal to 3, that means that 3 is a solution, and so we put a closed circle here. So this is the graph, and then in interval notation, this would give us parentheses, negative infinity, comma 3, and then a bracket on the 3, because 3 is allowed to be a solution here. Now that's the end of the problem, but I do want to talk about alternate graphs, because there are some books and some instructors that do things a little bit differently. So in this example, we ended up with a closed circle, and we shaded to the left. There is a different way to express the same thing. Instead of a closed circle, we could use a bracket and shade to the left. You may have seen this notation before in class, or in a textbook, or in a video online. These two graphs are effectively equivalent to each other. The bracket is effectively the same as a closed circle. They both represent the fact that that number is a solution. If we were going to the right with a closed circle, then the bracket would be opening in the other direction. Now, for an open circle, we need something other than a bracket, because of course we need to be able to distinguish those. And so if we had an open circle, the alternate graph would have a parenthesis. And the parenthesis is opening in whatever direction you're shading. So this top one is the, I'll call it original graph, because that's what you were probably originally taught. Most students are originally taught this method. I'm going to call this the alternate graph, because it is the other way that you can graph. Neither one is better than the other. There are pros and cons to both. That's why both of them are taught. I will accept either method. The online homework system that we use will accept either method, so they're, for all intents and purposes, interchangeable. I will generally, in my videos, stick to the original method, simply because I have found that that's the method students have used most and are most comfortable, and I want to give a little bit of consistency to the students who are struggling. So I'm going to stick with that method, but you can use either method. It doesn't matter, they're interchangeable.